Hey, Gutfoxx here. So, Pirates theme teamer? Wait. Being a fan of a pirate is kind of cool this year? What? What is this feeling? Something we haven't had for a few years, I guess, since the middle aught tens, since they were competent, and then they ran into the buzzsaw of Bumgarner and Arrieta at his peak. But regardless, McCutchen free for everybody. The problem with the Pirates theme team is that we don't have a lot of great infielders. I hope they don't stiff us on a Stargell this year. High-end one there. Our second baseman, shortstop's actually decent with Frazier there. Maz at second, but hopefully we can prove that. Like, I don't know what to put in the outfield now. McCutchen, we're going to tier rank the outfielders today. Sorry, I'm just off on my Pirates theme team rant. Kutch, Reynolds, Bay, Keiner there too. I mean, wow, crazy. This card, he's kind of like a five-tool type of player. He's got speed, he's got fielding now. He's not the best at anything in the game, more well-rounded. I liked his swing last year. Previous to last year, I thought his swing was pretty dookie, but they've definitely overhauled, especially right-handed swings, to make them much more competent and comparable to some of the better left-handed swings that, you know, basically everybody was like Gallo God in previous years. So, for the McCutchen, let's find him. Down here, I will rate him, I think he's a solid B tier, right? I don't think he's going to be top-end competitive with the whole against right-handed pitchers, especially since most of the top-end meta pitchers right now, it's shifted from lefties to righty with the release of DeGrom, Otani, you'll see, Edward Cabrera, and a lot of people have trouble with that fast sinker still. So I'm going to put him solidly at B tier. You know, obviously, wish it was a little higher as a Pirates fan, but I feel like that's good. Clemente, he just didn't play well, right? He's got contact, no power. Forbes IRL sapped his power. He actually, had pretty decent power. Was faster than the steal numbers. It felt like also from the stories. I'm 84 years old, so I definitely watched him play at his prime, of course. But Clemente right there, D tier. That card just does not play well. I like Matt Olson for his bat, but man, is he a liability in the field? And we got a lot of outfielders to go through, so we're going to go kind of faster than we are through these players than we did the other positions, because I don't want this video to be a half hour long. Schwarb's, same thing, right? Like, an outfield of any position on the diamond, I mean, like, outfield defense matters the most. I think catcher's defense is right there with outfield. Middle infield defense, right the tier below them. And then the ones you really don't have to care that much about is first and third base. Obviously, defense makes a little bit of difference there, but not nearly enough to consider. You just want big boppers there, guys, that you can swing the bat and do some damage with on the corner infielders. But outfielders, especially center field. Without a doubt, center field. Like, you guys know the difference Buxton out there versus, I don't know, some guy who doesn't Buxton. I can't say the word, but I want to on YouTube, who doesn't do what he does. It is remarkable how many outs that guy saves, and I hate it, right? Like, one every other game, and it's basically like getting another hit. Like, that not only, like, when they rob a line drive in the gap or, like, a home run or something, not only does that take, like, a run off the bar to hit off the board, it also makes your pitcher confidence go up, and pitcher confidence right now, in my opinion, is pretty broken. I don't think it should do what it does, but that's a thing for another video. So, outfield defense, I actually rate it more this year than in years past. It definitely matters. I think they've done a good job represented in 21. Sometimes you feel like there's a little too fast, but overall, they will save you runs. Now, Adolis Garcia is an interesting case, and I do really like this Garcia card. Maybe I should go to my outfield out here. I do really enjoy him. Because of his ability to basically be a lot like that McCutchen card, right? He's got very good speed with 86, and I do like speed better than reaction. Like, I'd rather have a guy with high speed and lower reaction than like an Aaron Judge type out there, especially in center field, because reaction's great, but speed will absolutely close the gap. They're like the Flash out there. So, obviously there's a balancing act there, but this card will be a great, especially at parallel 1 once he gets that gold reaction. You can get his fielding up, nothing crazy, it's just staying in the 70s, but his power, right? It destroys right-handed pitchers with 120 power, especially on All-Star. We don't have to rely on contact as much. The contact can be a little bit lower even on All-Star and still do a lot of damage, but overall, phenomenal card. I really do think this is a guy that's kind of underrated. I don't hear a lot of people talk about Adolis. Don't see him really used at all. Maybe people just have too many right-handed bats in the lineup already. Soriano, I think I'm going to put him, like, he's close to S tier. A lot of people do not like his swing. They say it's long, but I've been able to hit well with him. And, having dang near top of the chart speed, right? He's top 40 with Ryan Seacrest. God dang it, who's the guy before Seacrest? I was going to make an old boomer joke, but I forgot it. Rick Dees? Yeah, Rick Dees. Dumb. Cruz, phenomenal bat, bad everything else. Now, like, obviously bench bats definitely have value. Like, let's not forget about them when we're talking about outfielders and having that flexibility. Is it even a secondary? I think he might be even a right fielder for Cruz. Just even having that bench bat right there provides value, right? Not only like if you're facing, like, if you got like a left-handed outfielder out there like Larry Walker, then do you bring in Nelson Cruz? Maybe not due to his speed and reaction. He's basically a turtle out there, or a slow reacting donkey. But like, I was just thinking like turtle, and Eeyore came in my mind there. But he himself is not one. He is not a donkey in any sense of the word. Like, this guy swings such a sweet bat, especially against lefties. So more of a pinch hitter than a platooning bat. But still, I think for the pinch hitting, I want to go higher. But I think I'll leave him at C tier because there's a lot of good pinch hitting options out here, even with more speed. Finley, I do like. He's right here for me, but he might even be A tier. I think I'm going to keep Finley in A tier for now. His contact is really not aged well with the game, especially in higher difficulties. Giancarlo, I am so surprised how well this guy hit for me during the event. His defense, like I said, is not great for a lot of players here. But this Giancarlo has been like 451, 7 home runs, video. Okay, it was better. It was like 600 for a little bit. So I went on a little bit of a cold streak to end with Giancarlo. But man, he destroys lefties with obviously the 119 contact, 125 power. He's not a black hole out there on defense. Reaction, if I can get his tier up one more, he'll have 90 there. Speed, like I talked about being so important, it is less than you want to see. But overall, surprisingly good and great on All-Star. So I think he's actually A tier for me. He just, the only thing that takes him down is speed and contact right out of S tier. And you know, he's got a large strike zone, which isn't too pleasant, especially if they're not in your corners. It's very hard to cover all that. Caslianos, A tier also. Do you see like the absolute breadth of phenomenal outfielders out there right now? It's so nice. We are so blessed in 21 with content. Caslianos, one of my favorite cards in the game with his flexibility. He not only has the corner outfield, he has the corner infield too, so first and third base. He swings a bat that has over 100 in every attribute. At parallel 1, I guess it's 99 power at no parallel, but 125 contact. I feel like Castellanos not talked about enough too, like how crazy that is for 125 both ways with a pretty nice swing. I don't think it's like an insane swing or anything, but it is a nice one. The only thing holding him back, yeah, like I said, reaction speed isn't as phenomenal as you like. So a god tier bat. I love this guy and the flexibility he provides for your team off the bench, and even starting, it's not awful. It's not great starting. You know what? I shouldn't even include Topps Now cards in this. I don't even use them. Let me throw this guy like way down here. I don't even know if I want to rank Top Now cards. I don't really use them at all. Dwight Evans, do not like him at all. But I think he's C tier, not D tier. Larry Walker, ooh, I think he's A tier for me. We're gonna take a look at Larry. I have not used Larry. I just bought him. I'm prepping for that one collection. He's a ranked series reward going for 119 or so right now. Again, 69 speed isn't everything, but he does have good defense, arm. Reaction's a little bit lower than you want to see. You want to see that over 90, but man, he does not do well against lefties, and it's kind of tragic. Last year, I felt like his 5th inning boss card was better than this one. And, I mean, I think it's just better versus the competition last year. He was like endgame in the 5th inning. That was crazy. But overall, you really can't hate somebody that just absolutely goes out there and murders righty for a living, right? He's a freelance animal euthanizer if the animals were called right-handed pitchers. Billy Williams, oh man, this is a tough one. Let me go take a look at Billy. Let me refresh myself on what Billy's got. A left-handed swing that doesn't do good against righties. I don't know where I'd want to use this guy. Not that great on defense. I'm just going to go ahead and throw Billy kind of where I firstly thought him. Have not used this card. Did not really interest me at all. Solar, I think, is an all-star god. Contact's a little bit low. Right-handed swing's okay. I'm going to go B tier for him because of his ability to just knock part. Like, he's got like 120 plus power both sides. Lou Brock. Phenomenal defender, phenomenal bunt cheeser. I hate him, but that's really what his job is, and he's fine for doing that. Juan Soto, oh my God. Now talk about a guy with a god tier swing. Juan Soto is what you like. If Juan Soto was born during a different era, we'd see like pictures hung up in our museum about museums, like, you know, institute, the Louvre would have a picture of his swing. It's just such a nice uppercut, like, stroke, and it just, the ball just bounces off his bat differently. He's built differently, how built differently he is. Adobe, surprisingly good, but a little outdated, a little long in the tooth. I really do enjoy his swing. I think Adobe top card will be really nice. Nelson Cruz, I like the hitting. I don't like much else. I feel like weird. I don't know why I feel like I talked about Nelson before. Maybe I'm just thinking wrong. Jones, long in the tooth right now. I didn't really like his card. Old Vladimir Guerrero, I think is good. But man, it's tough to rate anybody with Clemente because he was really bad. Dominguez, is this the I'm getting confused with Dominguez. Is that the 86? No, that's the 96. What's the lower Dominguez? Oh, it's that art. All right, so that's the 96 Dominguez. 96 Dominguez, I'm going to put him at the top tier, right? I don't know if you guys know, but I love switch hitters more than I love apple pie. And there's nothing that I like more than American apple pie, right? I fucking love them. Switch hitters, especially a nicely balanced one. Obviously, just having the 90s isn't great, but man, those defensive stats, the stack up along with his contact, power, Uchiwali. That's all I gotta say about Dominguez. I love him. Trey Turner, I like him too, right? I really like his defense. Like, now that I'm putting Trey here, I might put Soriano up there too, now that I think about it. But I think Trey goes there. I like the way, like, even when my opponents hit with him, the ball bounces off his bat really hard. Now, he's not always gonna get on base. You will, still make mistakes with him, but he's got surprisingly good pop. Henderson's a bunt cheeser. He's good though. Matt Olson is slow, but he swings a sweet bat. I think I'm going to go with B tier for him. Ken Griffey Jr. is A tier. This guy, like, lefty on lefty even. Let me show you his stats for me. And now this is the event. I did all 40 wins for the event for, where is Griffey? Where you at? I am blind. There you are. 397. But, like, all right. 393 against lefty. He hit a lot better against lefties than I thought. 1700 OPS, hit 22 home runs and 73 at-bats. That's kind of nice. His slugging percentage is 1300. And I've probably had 3 home runs taken away from Griffey by people rage quitting in the event when I hit a first pitch home run or first at-bat home run. So, like, these home run numbers are even crazier than he currently has because people keep stealing shit from me when they rage quit and it doesn't count. And anyways, I don't think he's good enough in ranked seasons, though, to be amongst the top couple. That's my major problem with Griffey. I really like the card. I really like the defense. I like the speed is good enough. The attributes are maybe a little lower than you want to see it. Contact, power lefty, but man, he does kind of mess up righties, especially in All-Star when you get a hold of the ball. Another nice swing. Jason Bay, I'm going to go down to B tier right now. It's too slow for my outfield. Ryan Braun, God tier against lefties, but not great in the outfield for defense. Trey Mancini, Adam Frazier doesn't do it for me, not enough power. Mancini, I'm going to go B tier also. Sean Green, I think he's A tier for me. I don't mind him. Mullins is close to top tier. Cedric Mullins might be. Oh man, do I want to make a hot take and put Cedric Mullins at the top tier? I don't think I'm going to. But the arm is so bad. I don't know if I can put him in S tier. I don't know. I really kind of want to. I've only hit 6 plate appearances, but I do love the attributes. You guys know how much I do enjoy the high contact guy with good power. Because it's easier to get line drives, and line drives have a better chance at landing or hard hit ground balls when you miss the ball. Like when you miss the ball, like I've told you guys my philosophy on hitting before, right? Like perfect home runs. Yeah, those will happen to everybody with good power as long as you're playing at a rational stadium, right? As long as you don't go into like Polo Grounds or some stuff or some of those awful Major League stadiums. So those will happen, but like what I think a player does well is when I miss the ball with my PCI slightly, but they still hit it hard. And you can do that with high contact. It's a lot harder to do that with low contact, especially on higher difficulties. So the bailout function of cards is what I rate these guys on. So I do like the high contact. I do like the good power, especially against righties. He's not S tier, though. I think I'm going to keep it an A tier. God, there's so many good options for A tier right now. Johnny Damon. I've seen a lot of people. I've seen actually more people that I thought would use him. But I think he's C tier for me. Tory Hunter, same place. Otani, his home run derby card. Let me look back at Otani's home run derby card. I haven't used it because whenever I got the Otani card, I got the pitcher, right? I got the pitcher the next day, and I wanted to use this card. So looking over it, I'm gonna go solid B tier with Otani. He's not bad, but I don't think he's in the same category, the same level of studliness. Oh, I didn't bring you guys over. Level of studliness that other players are. I said I was going to wait till the end for tops now. Tony Gwynn. I did not like Tony Gwynn this year. I don't know. Let me know if you guys like Tony Gwynn at all. But I feel like there's a certain level of power you do need to be an effective player. Jared Walsh, God tier bench bat. And I think I've been putting my bench bats. Soto's so good. He's like a bench bat, but a bench bat plus. I don't know. But Walsh is so good. I feel like moving up because he's like he demolishes them almost like Larry Walker. He's almost perfect contact power. We got Garrett Anderson. I'm going to throw in the D tier. I might go C tier with Anderson, but let's reevaluate Anderson. You know what? I don't want to spend any time on him. I'm going to throw Anderson. I'm going to leave him where he's at in C tier. Kenny Lofton, C tier also. Love his defense. He's a bunt cheeser, right? Him and the other guys that are super fast kind of hang out together. You just bunt cheese to get on. Lofton's swing the bat, just meh. Chipper Jones is S tier to me. I mean, Chipper wherever he plays is phenomenal. I still feel like you'd be wasted. I think just put him at third base, right? Unless you really want to hit with Vlad Jr., Chipper Jones gotta be third baseman. All right, I almost feel like knocking him down to A tier. For the shortstop rankings, I did knock him down to A tier because I was like, just don't play him at shortstop, play him at third base. I almost feel like doing the same here, but I'm gonna leave it S tier. Why not? Cespedes, I really do like him on the hit tool. But yeah, I think he's B tier also. Gallo, great arm, little on the slower side. Phenomenal fielder. Eduardo Escobar is A tier for me. I love switch hitters. I love his balanced approach at the plate with the contact power that he's got. Jose Ramirez is B tier. I might even knock him down to C tier, but I'm going to go B tier because he does have a pretty nice swing. Reggie Jackson, B tier, big power. Mickey Mantle. I'm going to go, I'm going to go a B tier for Mantle. I don't think this Mantle played well for me. Right? I thought Mantle was okay, right? Yeah, 349 and 45 plate appearances. It's 1100 OPS, which is not bad, but I think I played mostly on Hall of Fame with this card. I was into a ranked seasons kick for a little bit when I was using him, so that's why it's a little bit lower than those guys that have been using an All-Star, but a good balanced player. It's just, he sucks against righties. He's a switch hitter, though. I cannot rate this Mantle lower than B tier. Man, platooning this guy is not a bad idea, actually. If you platoon him with, like, Larry Walker, that's a pretty nice platoon. Very expensive platoon, but very nice. Bichette. Oh, man. Do I make Bichette an A tier? Bichette's a B tier. Bichette is, like, really on the edge here. He's edging me, man. And I'm getting blue balls. Bichette's top tier, B tier. I don't want to put him with the A tier, though. I kind of want to. I think he performed worse than I thought he would, and that's why I'm sticking B tier. He's good, but he didn't perform kind of like I wanted him to. Adam Dunn. I can't see him more than a bench bat, especially as an outfielder. He doesn't have it, but he does have a phenomenal, does got a lot of power, and he's got a respectable speed, more speed than you think he would. Acuña's on the edge of top tier. Let me look back at Acuña again. For my feelings on him. Bad against righties, great speed, reaction isn't there. Obviously, if you get him up to tier 3, he'll have 80 reaction, 80 fielding, along with perfect arm. Man, this one's a tough one. I've only got 37 plate appearance with him. Didn't do anything spectacular for me. Because he does have, like, live series quirks. We can't forget about those. First pitch hitter, breaking ball hitter, unfazed, day player. I do like some of those quirks for sure. Can I deal with the contact versus righties? I don't want to. I don't want to deal with it, man. I almost feel like there's very little separation between S and A tier. Acuna to S tier. I'm gonna have to rethink of this. What I've done. I'm gonna leave it in S tier for now. Buxton. I think Buxton's a well-rounded S tier player. Billy Hamilton, bunt cheese. I'll put you with the other bunt cheesers. Should I just make a category of bunt cheese? Add row below. Bunt cheese specialists. Did I spell specialist? I don't really care. Boom, 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 boom. Those are my bunt cheese specialists right now. Reynolds. Reynolds is, man, I kind of want to put him S tier. I don't mind Reynolds at all. High contact, dude. Like, is this Pirates bias? I'm gonna go A tier for now, but might be a hot take. He's kind of close to S tier. Nick Markakis, C tier. David Justice, A tier. Not a good fielder, but he's one of the guys that surprised me with how well he hit the ball. Obviously, like, you look at his stats, like, of course he's gonna hit the ball, but I didn't expect him to do as well as he really did. David Justice, you don't hear a lot of people talk about it, but he's phenomenal. Jackie Robinson, I feel like you're wasting him in the outfield versus second base. You're not wasting him, never mind. I think in the outfield's fine, left field for Jackie. Kelenic, C tier. Judge, I'm gonna go Judge in B tier. I know I'm gonna get roasted for that. People love Judge. I don't like his swing. He's tall. He's like Stan. Maybe he'll surprise me. Maybe he will. But overall, like, everybody's like, oh, he's a great defensive outfielder. Is he though? Is he though? Right? 60 speed. Is he though? No. I'm asking my own questions. Right? Against lefties, sure, he's great, phenomenal. Big ass strike zone, just like Stanton, but you can still hit the ball. But he misses a tool. Whoop, this tool. God tier over here. But no, I need this. I need the speed. I need raw speed. Oh, this video's going on for too long. Let's hustle up. Sizemore's A tier. Sizemore and Sean Green are basically the same card. Put them next to each other. Mix of the stats, you'd be able to tell the difference. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Hammer and Hank, C tier. Floyd, C tier. Floyd did not play well for me. I hated the guy. I hated the guy in the outfield, wherever it is. Chris Taylor. Taylor is close to A tier. I'm going to go B tier for him, though. Mattingly, I don't love. Bain, same way. Jock Peterson. I think he's God tier bench bat. I love his swing. Maybe not God tier. I'm gonna put him down in C tier because I don't think he's quite like I think anymore. What position is? All right. Jock. I don't want to work. Just want to bang on the drum. Where are you? I forget. I'm gonna skip it. Salmon, C tier. Willie Mays, same spot. They just don't hit well. Tay Oscar Hernandez. Oof. Awesome. If he had a little more power righty, oh man, I'd love it more. 79 power, can play, especially with affinities out there. I do like the stat distribution of this card. Not enough to really play with it a lot because there were so many cards that came out at once. I didn't really get a chance with this one. But overall, his stats super intriguing, especially against lefties. Against righties, he'll struggle a little bit. Doesn't have a top-end arm. Not top-end speed, but both respectable enough. So Tay Oscar, I think, is going to go to... I think I'm going to go B tier, potentially A tier with Tay Oscar. Ooh, against lefties. What actually... I don't know. I'm going to go top tier, B tier-ish. Michael Brantley. I think he's like D tier-ish. Let's go C tier. Tommy Pham. I can't remember really running with Pham much. I kind of ignored him, did the other monthly guys. Here, Trout is B-A-S. Of course, dude. It's Mike Trout. Mike Trout's S of the S tier. If Mike Trout's not in your outfield, you're doing something wrong. Right? You got it. Like, this guy is a need to play out there. You got to have Mike Trout in your outfield. Bryce Harper. This guy is edge of S tier. Do I wanna put Harper in the S? Get the S out. I don't own Harper yet. He's still like 330, and I have not grinded the BR program. I just haven't been in the mood to grind BR. I think I'm gonna. I want to put him in S tier. I'm gonna put him in S tier. A little slower than I want to see for S tier. He's not the 5-tool guy, but he claps. Vladimir Guerrero. I mean, is there anywhere else to put him except for S tier? This card's crazy. You guys probably just saw his stats, so I'm not gonna go over them again. Wild, absolutely insane. He's like to the top of the S tier. Love that guy. Aaron Hicks, C tier. Ralph Keiner. Man, Keiner swings a sweet bat, but I don't know if I can go above B tier with his he's just awful in the field. That like in previous years, like when you could put like statues out there, they still react to the ball. Like just even a few years ago, Keiner would be A tier. But his swing is much better this year. He can get around on inside pitches and hit home runs. I've definitely seen that. But I don't think he's playable except off the bench. And B tiers is basically where I put my bench players at, except for Soto, except for this guy. Everybody else can play a respectable outfield. And then we have the tops now, guys. I'm not even gonna rate it. I haven't used them. F them. There it is. What kind of change do we want to make? Does Soriano I think goes up for me. I think Soriano, once I see the other guys to put in this thing, I think Soriano's there. If I had to rate the S tier, I think Dominguez goes down. I don't know how far down I'd take him. I don't know. Rating him in a row might be a little tougher. Would I have Turner this high over Chipper and Harper? Probably over Acuna, though. He's got live series quirks. Buxton, Jackie, very similar god tier defensive guys. Dominguez, very good switch hitter. Yeah. I feel like I'm okay with this list. Like I said, Reynolds is being a switch hitter. Really makes me wanna get him, right? Really makes me want to start him more. It's like I don't know, maybe I recognize my biases, and I think being a Pirate, he falls within my bias. But like, dude, a switch hitter, his weakness is against lefties, but he's still got 125 contact. Sure, his power is only 71, but. Whew. I like it. Especially on higher difficulties, the contact will play. But I'll leave him at A tier. What do you guys think? Who'd I rate too low? Who'd I rate too high? Let me know in the comments below. I'll put the tier ranker in the description, so if you guys want to make your own tier list, you can. Tweet me. But there you go. A ton of outfield options. It's awesome. MLB 21 with content has been great. Absolutely phenomenal. That's it. Sorry for almost a half-hour video. Thanks for watching Call to Action. I'll see you tomorrow.